What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread, Cap, is going to be love. Whether you're looking for love, in love, this one's for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just good energy all around here, Capricorn. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling until Higher Self says stop, and oh so skillfully at that. And we're just kind of feeling the energies out here, Capricorn. And just so you're all aware with this reading, and honestly all my readings, this isn't a gender-specific reading. We're definitely working with the energies here, so just something to keep in mind there. And then lastly, the decks that I'm using are this one I'm shuffling is the Light Seers Tarot deck. And then the other one, the Oracle deck that I'll be using, is the Anatomy of a Witch deck. And I'll include a link for these decks and other decks that I like, including down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Capricorn. But let's see what's cooking up in your world. Ooh, transformation right off the bat here. You know, Capricorn, just kind of looking at this energy, just initially, I'm getting the fact that I think we're focusing more on ourselves right now, with this death and rebirth card here. This is one of Scorpio's cards, and it's about old ways of operating, like the old you is it's like shedding a new skin, like going through a metamorphosis and coming out. Maybe we've been in the past, maybe we've been hung up on love. This is something that we wanted for a while. It was like our everything. But now, maybe we haven't found that fulfillment yet. There's been something where maybe we've been let down in the past. Maybe it's been just kind of like back to back, just sort of like duds and more. Back-to-back duds. And now maybe I feel like we might be at this place where we're just focusing on our own happiness and, how and what does that look like? And I dig that, Capricorn, because I feel like it's one of those things, if you have been searching for a while and we've been feeling, we're feeling a little discouraged right now, be with that for a second. Figure out why it is that, because I feel like there might be some wisdom in there when we think about when we're looking for, actively looking for people. It's like, what is that? Am I looking to grow with someone, or am I trying to, how do I want to put this? Trying to find someone to help. Like, am I trying to grow with someone, or I'm almost getting like, I almost feel like maybe we felt like we were kind of codependent on someone maybe in the past, or it could even be currently, and I think that maybe we're trying to find maybe our own kind of individuality, Yeah, this is interesting, Capricorn, going right off the bat here, when we're thinking about love. But I do think that there's a transformation happening here. You got the Death card and the Judgment here. So I feel like that there's something, I think we're getting ready to do like a good level up here, Capricorn, in the sense of just like, I like that. I think that with your energy, I really feel like if this is not something that we are going through right now, maybe this is something that we're thinking about. Maybe because it could be even something, maybe we're not feeling happy with the person that we're with, possibly. But I'm getting with the, kind of like with this Knight of Cups energy, that maybe we're just a little bit exhausted with love, and maybe we're trying to figure out just how we can find this happiness, this peace of mind, kind of get out of our heads, find that within, and really I really feel like there's a self-discovery that's happening here, Capricorn. Somewhere that I think we're in this place of where we're kind of letting go of some past stuff here. Maybe our ideas of family have changed, and not that I feel like you don't want to have a family, but maybe just we had this idea or this concept for a while of how love should work or how it would look like on you, but maybe that we're at this place of where maybe some things, some past experiences have the way that things have gone down. I think we're letting go of maybe like the traditional sense of how we feel about love, or even it could be even broader than like the traditional sense of like how society is, when there's like that 2.5 kids, dog, wife, two car garage, whatever that dream is. I feel like it's something even bigger. I think it might be like whatever you might have thought that love should be like. Like love looks like, I want someone who's fit and funny and this and that. And maybe we're at this place of where we're just like that bound, or those requirements or whatever have just been knocked out. Maybe that's a sign too. Maybe there's someone who's come in that has, or maybe there's someone that we're with right now that is kind of shaking up how you think about happiness, and maybe there's someone that's providing you some kind of peace of mind as well. This could be and I like this, Capricorn, because if that's the case, maybe if we're dealing with someone who's kind of like challenging what love kind of looks like, and and kind of like helping us grow, I feel like that's someone. Oh, that's someone to look out for, Capricorn, or someone to at least hang on to, because I feel like that's what we want in a partner. We want someone who our energies work together, but is also they're going to push us in a way, and not and then that we push them as well. It's a give and take here more. It's I think that it's something that, if you're in something right now where this person is pushing helping you to let go and to transform, and isn't encouraging that, I say that's definitely a person to kind of stick around with, or to at least, if maybe this is something new, just explore that, kind of see what's going on with this, allow yourself to move past, whatever maybe failures or anything that might have happened in the past, kind of let those go. Allow yourself to reflect on those situations, see where, because my thing is even when in relationships that go south, we want to see, because my thing is that all the relationships, they happen for a reason. And it's understanding what was the lesson in that thing, and even when you think about what you're going through currently, is there growth that's happening? Is my happiness being fulfilled? Are my needs being fulfilled? Am I fulfilling the needs of this other person? Are we resonating on the same vibration here? There's a lot that you can be thinking about in a relationship, and when I think about old stuff, leave that in the past. Take your lessons from this stuff here and move it forward. Because here's the thing too, because maybe some of us could even be thinking about an ex possibly. I'm thinking of like with the 6 of Cups here. Maybe that's something we might be thinking about. I say that if an ex or someone is meant to be in your life, Capricorn, when you're vibing at the same pace, at the same level, they'll come back in your world. The universe has a lovely way of working that out. But in the meantime, I will say for some others, if we're thinking about, now that I said that with some past stuff, let's not wait on people from the past. In the meantime, focus on you. If you may got some kind of hurt more, if we got some kind of hurt from this situation or whatever, focus on yourself, and you'll find that if this person was really meant to be in your world, they're going to put in the work as well to kind of match that vibration. Otherwise, it's just going to keep where the dissonance is going to keep happening and it's not working. So just something to keep in mind. And I feel like some of us, if we've maybe, because when I was even thinking about when we have been kind of stopping looking for love for a little while, I'm wondering if we've met someone here recently that has maybe they may have like, I feel like they're getting you out of your shell here, just because you got the King and the Queen of Cups here. This, I love divine counterparts, but I really love these two in the sense of just like, I feel like that if we're in something new, because I'm getting with this little pocket here that maybe some of us have been in like kind of been like in maybe tucked away too long, you know what I mean? Or maybe maybe it's something that's been just sort of like on your mind, but we haven't taken the steps yet. I feel like, put yourself out there, Capricorn, for some of us, if we're looking, because I feel like that there's, with this energy, there's a divine counterpart that's kind of like hovering around your mix here, pay attention to that, because the King and Queen of Cups, I feel like they're the types that they vibe on, just like the way they vibe is almost like the others reading each other's mind. You rarely have to talk. It's almost like she's thinking like pass the butter and he's already gotten it out of the fridge. He's like, I wonder where the remote is. She's pulling it out of the couch. It's that type of relationship. And for some others, if we've been maybe it's a weird kind of game here, Capricorn, because I feel like some of us maybe it's time to look for our King, Queen of Cups, but for some others as well, if we're trying to force a King or Queen of Cups situation to happen, if we're trying to maybe make people kind of fit in a mold that we want them to, that's not quite the way to go about it, Capricorn. I feel like this is going to be one of those things. It'll happen. That soulmate, that divine connection, that type of thing, that's going to happen just naturally. And it's going to be in the most random of ways, like I promise. I feel like every time, sometimes, we do meet someone, it's like, it was like that movie scene where it's just like, you just happen to be in a bar, they're in a bar, and then you bump into each other, you spill the drink on them, and then next thing you know, you're married. It could be more. There could be something like that going down, but I feel like this is going to be one of those connections where you're just going to, it'll be something over like, let's say you'll be, I don't know, let's say you'll be going to you'll stop in a bookstore one day and you'll just kind of be walking around sort of perusing, and then you go to reach for a book and someone else happens to reach for that same book. It'll be, I'm getting like a feeling of something like that, because I don't think that there's not love. I think there is love coming in for you here, Capricorn. Especially with all these cups here, this court party here. I think that maybe some of us, may have been trying to force this thing too as well. And I just think that right now, focus on you, Capricorn, and it really will fall into place here. That person that's going to embody these energies here is going to provide that, I feel like, that stability that you're looking for, and really be like that emotional foundation that maybe some of us been looking for. There might be even a bit of a romantic here. This is King of Cups is Pisces energy, then Queen of Cups is Cancer's energy. But interesting. Yeah, you got the Star card in reverse here. And I feel like it's going to be one of those things that, considering especially that it fell here, you'll know when you know. It's going to be one of those things right now. Don't look that hard. I feel like some of us, we may be, it'll make sense. It'll be one of those situations where it's like, because it's just like, well, when do I look? It'll be like you'll be hearing a conversation one day, maybe you'll be kind of walking on the streets and someone might mention like a dating app or something along those lines. And you're just like, it'll be one of those random things that'll resonate with you. That's when I feel like you'll know. For example, I remember when, a little bit about me, I remember more back in the day where, I was working with some coworkers and everybody just happened to be on like a love kick. It was really the weirdest thing. It was like in the middle of like, I don't even remember. I feel like it was cold, but everyone was on this like love kick, talking about, everyone's hooking up and, meeting these really cool people. And I was like, you know what? Why not? And then something really cool, granted it didn't, let me preface, it didn't quite work out, but we're still really good friends. But it's going to be one of those, it'll be like something like that where it's just like you weren't looking for it, but something sparks it in you. You're just like, yeah, why not? And yeah, right now, Capricorn, I say just kind of pause for a second. Just sort of just like kick back and enjoy yourself right now. Let's focus on being in love with you. I've been telling, this has been sort of like the theme I've been telling people anymore, is about like taking yourself on a date. When was the last time that you just went out by yourself? One of my favorite stories that I've been telling is that I remember working in food and beverage, and there was this woman that came in, and man, she was living her best life, my spirit animal. She got herself a little bottle of wine that she had chilling, and she got her appetizer, got a salad with it, main course, dessert, just really treating herself. And I think that's where some of you right now, if we're not in a relationship right now, enjoy yourself, because who knows, it could be in that instance, when you're, because when you see someone who's confident in themselves and okay being in with themselves and out in public, kind of being out in that space, people are attracted to that, Capricorn. People like that. I know that when she came in, I was taking care of her. I was just like, girl, I'm loving it. And then I would see even other coworkers coming in. It's like, is she eating by herself? I am with it. People respect that. Believe it or not, I think people are always worried about, well, oh, do I look lonely? Do I look this? Do I look that? It's only you that's thinking that. You look like a badass when you're going, like honestly, and take yourself to a movie. Take yourself to, keep it in your comfort zone, but I feel like, treating yourself, I think that would help you even kind of get you out of your head too, to allow the universe to bring in that person for you here. I feel like you got a lot of higher self is, I feel like, cooking up some stuff behind the mix here, considering how many, we got a good chunk of major arcanas and some, good amount of court cards here. So I do feel like that there is something coming for you here, Capricorn. And let's see what cards we're looking at. Absolutely. You know what? I feel like this person's going to be like a breath of fresh air. I think that you got witch lungs here for your first oracle card. And I think that, another thing too, sometimes, and I forgot where I heard this, but I remember someone talking on a video. It's like, when you get like butterflies in your stomach, that might not be the person. That might be like, it's nice that, you're excited, you may be a little nervous, like, but I think that might be the one for right now, if you catch my drift. But I think like the one, like when we get into like soulmate realms and things like that, it's the type that it's like a breath of fresh air. It's just like, there you are. Like, where have you been? I've been looking for you. I feel like it's more calm when we get in that space. It's like a familiarity, It's just like, I just met you, but I feel like I've known you like my entire journey here. That to me, that screams soul vibe or soul. What am I trying? Soulmate vibes. It gives you that sense of renewal. I like where this is going, Capricorn. It gives you a sense of renewal. It feels like you can, now that you're gone through, it gives this little transformative pocket here purpose, like now that you've gone through this stuff here, you're a brand new you, you've expressed your self-love and all of that, and now we can have someone here who wants to enjoy that renewal, who's there to breathe some life into this thing so that you can both grow together. Anymore? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Capricorn, I will say, because the earth signs were looking a little heavy there at first, but I will say yours is definitely the lightest that I've gotten. Maybe even in general, I've done the water signs, and you're the last of the earth signs that I've done. But I will say yours is the type that is just like, yeah, I do feel like that I feel like there's love coming, and if we're in love already, take a moment and if we're feeling all that stuff that I was describing there, breathe. Think about the last time you showed some appreciation for that person, that you showed them that gratitude. And then if it's been a while, go show them some love. Go give them a hug, give them a kiss, give them a massage. Go grab their favorite drink, something along those lines. Just any little things that both any little thing that's going to just show them that you love them, that you're grateful for how they motivate you, and hopefully that in ways that you motivate them as well. This, I really feel like, there's something healthy here that's coming from this anymore. And I think too, you got the cleanse card here. Let's switch back over, Capricorn. I think too that, if we were kind of thinking about some past stuff, or maybe thinking that we might not go and get in love or anything like that, I think once you allow yourself to kind of cleanse your space, cleanse your temple here, and get to where you're showing yourself some love, and where we're just feeling at peace with ourselves. I think that once all that spiritual cleanse happens, and you really start embodying your energy, and feeling that confidence in being in yourself, that's Capricorn, there's going to be it's going to be great, and it's going to be one of those things you'll know when to do it, when it makes sense. I don't know how to explain it right now, but it'll click when it clicks. And again, if we're in something, let's just make sure that our spaces, that everything is still all lovely. If we haven't shown them that love, let's just remind them of why we're in this partnership together. That you appreciate them, and that really they're just raising your vibration to the roof. So I like that, Capricorn. And I hope you did too. Give that a thumbs up if you like this thing, and share this. If anybody's going through, you think of someone who might resonate with this, let's share this, Capricorn. Let's raise that vibration. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week. I'm getting better about being on social media. I'm making myself accountable now. I've been kind of going, at first I was a little reluctant, but now I've been kind of telling the signs. I'm going to start an Instagram. I'm going to figure out what you do on Instagram. It really is. It's almost embarrassing how much of a Luddite I am, but I'm improving. We're growing in this thing together, Capricorn. And then lastly, you got one of Cancer's cards here. And not that you needed one, but if you have any Cancer in your placements, or maybe you're dealing with the Cancer, check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let's get your surprise card here so I can get you out of here. Interesting. So first card we got is the Three of Swords here, Capricorn. And then the other card is going to be the Commune card that you got in reverse here. And I feel like with this, because that's a hard left turn, I think that with this Three of Swords, if we have something that we're still healing from, if we've been hurt in some kind of way, even what's starting this, like when I'm looking at this like death, rebirth, judgment little pocket here as far as that transformation goes, before we start mingling, and even start thinking about love, make sure that there aren't any kind of residual stuff that you may still be holding on to. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be from like a past relationship. Just in life, make sure that that you're feeling okay, And I really think that with all these feels, all these cups, because cups have to deal with emotional matters. And I think that with all of these cups that you got that pretty much dominate the reading here, is making sure that that your heart is in the right place, that we feel ready to love. Because if we try to love and we love from like a hurt place, then that's just going to spread more hurt, and it's just going to make, and that's not where I feel like where it's going to ruin a relationship, but it's going to add some hurdles. It's going to make it, where you're really going to have to tap into trust that King and Queen of Cups bond to get through this stuff here. But but that all to say, yeah, just make sure that the matters of the heart are in good shape, before we make the move here, because it's like you got all this energy here, but I just feel like it's almost time, it's just like we're just getting, it's like the universe is like getting like a couple more pieces in line here, and then before you know it, that person's going to come in and it's going to be lovely. Or we're just going to remember, or we'll just be reminded, of how lovely the relationship that we're already in, and really, really come to appreciate that. So I love that. That was brilliant there, Capricorn. I love this energy that you brought. Thank you for that. That's something that I think I got out of practice there. So I wanted to make sure that, remind you that, this is the energy that you're bringing me each week, and I appreciate you being vulnerable with me and, allow me to read this stuff here. So thank you, and checking out the channel. So stay safe out there, Capricorn, and you get ready, because your vibration is about to go through the roof. And I will catch you on the next one later.